You, the citizen, at the center. You, the citizen, to be first. The center of all decision-making, from budget-making, law-making, and we have to make sure that in policy-making, you, the citizen, matter. And this is my promise to you, that we are unleashing something big and beautiful, something that will make the sun rise in Zimbabwe. And I want to tell you, the sun is going to rise in Zimbabwe once more. Allow me, fellow citizens, to say that yes, Zimbabwe is going to turn for the better in fortunes. We will make Zimbabwe a great country. We will make Zimbabwe a new country. And we will introduce what is beyond just words, something that is much more powerful than words can even express. It is actually about you, for you, the citizens. And I believe something that you can do as a citizen. As a citizen, you have the power within yourself to make the change happen, to make sure that we see in yourself that change in communities, the change that we want to see in our homes, the change that we want to see at our workplaces, the change we want to see at our campuses, our lecture rooms, in our schools, the change that we want to see in our communities, in cities, in our country. Each and every one of us bleeds for a beautiful country, Zimbabwe. That is what you must believe in. You have the capacity to change. It is within you. You can change. Don't be told that you can't change things. You are the change. You have to change. Let's change our situation. And we, the citizens, must form a citizen government. And let this power of belief work in you, which is a gift from God. It cannot be taken away by dictatorship, by any man. As you listen to the words I'm saying, allow this seed of belief to germinate in you, to grow deep in you, and to make that commitment, to make our country a great country, to make Zimbabwe a better place, to make Zimbabwe the best among the best. As you all know, the year 2022 has started with a significant milestone, as I indicated, in our struggle for democracy. You know that, as I indicated, the 24th of January was a special day. We have not launched, we just introduced. But guess what? We have had a thunderous reception. It's yellow everywhere. It's a yellow drink. It's yellow, the food. It's yellow, the dress. It's yellow, the smile. But it's also yellow, the future, a golden future. And this arrival of the train, the yellow movement, has excited all classes, all races, all regions, all tribes. This is your home. The simple qualification is, are you a citizen? This is your home. If you are a citizen, even in the police force, in the army, the citizen movement is your home. The only qualification is to be a citizen. Students, this is your home. Teachers, this is your home. Workers, this is your home. Everyone knows that the situation has become so desperate. That is why we want to make sure that we do what has to be done to move the situation forward. I must say, we are so excited that as we go, the situation has to be improved. The situation has to be corrected. It cannot be untenable as the reactionary forces anchored by the authoritarian regime would have wanted. They were intent on destroying us. But look at us. We are even better and bigger. Look at us. We have even fresh and new values. But over the past 2 years, you have seen the kind of attrition on us with the illegitimate in government, working with their enablers, carrying out sustained attack on us, on our cause and our movement. They unjustly removed elected officials from parliament, from local authorities. They replaced them with their surrogates, handpicked, who are cronies, which is in itself a criminal act and an act of corruption. They forced their way into our headquarters. They didn't know that the headquarters that is needed is not the headquarters of a building, but the headquarters of our hearts. That is why we have remained headquartered in the hearts and minds of the people of Zimbabwe. And you can see, because people believe in integrity, in a credibility that we've shown in our leadership and consistency over the years. They've also diverted the public funding, which was earned by the voters, by the way, in our elections in 2018. They were not stopping. They even went to grab our name. And they thought that by grabbing our name, they are also grabbing our glitter and glamour. But we outmaneuvered them. We left them clutching on empty shell. You can steal some things, but you can't steal us. We have remained true to our values. You can grab labels, assets, but you cannot grab the people. The people are not grabbable, despite the assault. We have remained very confident and assured because the struggle is anchored in the citizens, by you, the citizen. And thank you, citizens, for believing in us. They did not realize that they were actually adding manure and fertilizer. They were fueling our struggle. By trying to subtract, they have multiplied us. And we are so happy that because of our citizen-centeredness, we are even more stronger, we are even bigger, and those citizens have continued to rally around us. You will recall that last year, our theme was citizen convergence. The convergence was just a stepping stone into what we are now doing. We witnessed amazing, amazing, amazing acts of citizen action in the convergence phase. Without any prompting, you saw what citizens did. Without any direction or instruction from the political leadership, citizens just organized in the diaspora to raise funds to support the struggle. We want to thank you, the citizens. Of course, now we understand they've picked up from the successes of last year, and they are raising even more resources to make sure that the 2023 campaign, we are not going to allow any corner to be left untouched. It is against this backdrop that we launch this year, 2022 Year of Citizen Action for Change. But many of you will ask, what does it mean? I hear you ask. It simply means, simply put, it's placing the citizens at the center of all our actions, programs, actions. It is consistent with a citizen coalition movement, taking back the citizen at the center, but taking the politician out of the center so that the citizen determines what the politician does. We cannot have the tail wagging the dog. The politician must not dictate the direction and course of politics and policies. It is the citizens. The idea of a citizens' coalition has gained huge momentum and traction among Zimbabweans. And I want to thank all of you for supporting this great idea. This is what will take you to freedom. This is what will take you to democracy. This is what will take you forward, regardless of the political, religious, or any other affiliation. We have seen Zimbabweans coming together. Thank you, Zimbabwe. Thank you, the citizens. Citizens, both at home and abroad, have embraced and understood the idea of coming together and having a coalition. We can't remain divided. There is a common understanding that in order for us to move forward as a country, we need to come together. We need to unite. Kubatana, ukubambana. We are better together. We are better together. We need to move together as a citizen, as a group, and remain ideal to the idea of a citizen consensus. You are aware that the liberation struggle was a product of the liberation consensus. You are aware that democracy we have and we must have was as a result of a citizen consensus. And for that reason, we need to have citizen action coming together so that we appreciate that which is supposed to be done. The idea of placing you, the citizen, at the center. You, the citizen, at the center. That is why we are using the finger. We are saying it's time, the citizen at the center. The citizen being number one. We are number one. As a people, as a country, we can't be number two. In soccer, in volleyball, in tennis, everywhere, Zimbabwe is a champion. And we must make sure that we do so by placing the citizen at the center. Citizens, I want to thank you because you have continued to show truth and faithfulness to the founding values and principles of our Constitution, which respects the people and the citizens to be the sole center and authority of where the power is derived from. You look at the Constitution, legislative authority is derived from the people. Legislative authority is supposed to be coming from the people. It is the same thing with also the judicial authority. And that principle emanates from putting the citizen at the center. Fellow citizens, allow me to state this very clear and unequivocal, to say we have to emphasize that the source of authority to govern comes from nowhere else except what is conveyed in the Constitution by you, the citizens. It is not the battle of the gun. It is the ballot that gives access to who should govern a country. And once that is done, the duty of the gun is to secure the will of the people and not violate it. In saying all this, the philosophy that underlies the Agenda 2022 is therefore based on our constitutional tenets and foundation. Fellow citizens, allow me to share the agenda for the citizen movement as we march towards the historic election in 2023. And so, I wish to say, our key agenda rests on 5 principles, 5 pillars, the 5 actions that are going to determine and dictate how we are going to do things this year. 2022 is a year for citizen action for change, and that is the first pillar. That first pillar speaks to the issue of calling on you, the citizen. It's an agenda to call you to action. We are calling you to act. This cannot be clearer than this. Be responsible. Act, serve, participate, be involved, get involved. Show that you are the authors of our destiny. Win Zimbabwe for change. Do the different. Be the new. We must all play our part. By virtue of being a citizen, you are a member of this great movement. Do it for us. I wish to say, citizens' action refers to the building of a firm grassroots programs, volunteer programs. This is no longer about politicians. It's about you, the citizen. Volunteer to do something. Are you a professional? Do something. Are you a builder? Do something. Are you a worker? Do something. Are you a student? Do something. Are you a teacher? Do something. Are you a farmer? Do something. Let's all do something for change. Even civil servants, do something. This is not about a political party affiliation. Let us be at the center of building great networks of advocates, growth, and development for our country. We stand for devolution, as is enshrined in our Constitution. The principal idea behind devolution, which is the next revolution, is to place the center as an occupied space of the citizens, so that in local areas, the agenda is defined by local citizens. To build a solid movement. We don't want everything to be done in Harare. Let things in Bulawayo be done in Bulawayo, in Matabeleland be done in Bulawayo. Nothing has to be done in Harare for people in Masingo, in Manicaland. Let it be about our local decision making as citizens. This starts with mobilizing citizens to take an active role in voter education and voter registration. In fact, the core activity for this year is to register to vote. Citizen action must pivot around registering to vote. And let me just pause and say, there are a lot of people who say, why should we vote? It doesn't make a difference. You have already surrendered your victory. Vote to make a difference. Voting makes a difference. That is why those who hate democracy discourage you from voting. They know that your vote is your power. Your vote is your voice. They want to take it away so that you are voiceless. Reclaim your voice, citizen. Register to vote. It's a shame that 41 years after independence, citizens seem not to enjoy the right to vote. Elections are manipulated, T-Pexed, contestable, meticulously verified, and the result changed. That universal suffrage has been ignored. The core of the liberation struggle was to make sure that we liberate ourselves and we claim that dignity of the vote. But that has all been taken away. Zimbabweans continue to face the various challenges that they continue to face almost on a daily basis. That is why I'm making this charge and this call to you to organize for change, to mobilize for change, to also educate for change, to register for change. Register to vote for the change that you want to see. Register to vote for jobs. Register to vote for grants. Register to vote for the payouts, students. Register to vote for a better education, for academic freedom, for autonomy of tertiary institutions. Register to vote, students, if you want a happy life on campus and beyond. Register to vote. Register to vote for a strong economy. Register to vote if you want a very strong currency, for a functional medical system and facilities and hospitals. Register to vote for a Zimbabwe that works for many and not for a few. Register to vote, citizens, so that we are able to roll up our sleeves and be able to build a great country and build Zimbabwe great. That Zimbabwe we can all be proud of. We stand in solidarity, as I stand here, with the teachers who have done a sterling job in fighting to restore the good reputation of our education system. Thank you, our teachers. Yes, you have been promised something, but I can tell you that it's even going to be better if we all fight for the change that we want to see, so that we restore the dignity, glitter, and glamour of the teaching profession. Back then, we used to have headmasters being the pride of local areas, the teachers being the pride of local areas. We must go back there, but it's registering to vote that brings us there. We also stand in solidarity with doctors who deserve better, more than what they're experiencing. A public health system that's broken and underfunded. We also stand in solidarity with the farmers who are selling cotton, tobacco, who are not getting a fair return for their labor. We stand in solidarity with those who would want to see decent working conditions, the working class, those who are working day in, day out to keep and sustain our economy. We stand in solidarity with our civil servants, our soldiers, who are doing very well under very difficult circumstances. Thank you for being patriotic. Thank you for continuing to serve our country. And thank you for standing in the gap even when the situation is difficult. The situation will improve. Behold the new. That is why we continue to say this is the time for us as Zimbabweans, all of us, to come together, shoulder to shoulder, hand in hand, walk side by side, and build a brighter future for our country. It is up to you. You can do it. It's not just the ordinary citizens. We have to come together, all of us, different classes, different tribes. Let's unite. Together we are bigger. Together we are better. Together we can achieve the change that we want to see. And I know that when we act, it is going to be well. And we must act now to end our suffering. We must act now to keep ourselves going and to keep the hope for the next generation. We must act now to stop ourselves from being abused. We must act now by having high-impact projects. Let there be high-impact projects in local areas. Let's involve and benefit the citizens in local areas. Change begins with you. Transformation begins inside, then it goes to others. You can't transform a nation without starting within. Transformation cannot be exported if you don't have it within you. You need to share it once you believe in it. Fellow citizens, I come to you as I articulate the first pillar of our action, to say, let us be fully equipped as citizens to fend for ourselves. Let us be equipped to fight the fight that we have to fight, so that we are able to bring to fruition that which we want to see. That's the pillar number one in terms of citizen action for change. Let me go to the next pillar, which is the next pillar to deal with what we want to see in communities, as we believe in our capacities and our creativity and innovativeness. You will see that we are going to be more embedded in communities, doing community work, doing things that change lives for the full realization of the potential of our great nation. That we will do, that we will support. And we want to make sure that none but ourselves, but we, the citizens, are able to do it and do it for the better of our society and our future. Fellow citizens, I want to say, as I come to you, the second pillar, which is an important pillar, is a pillar that deals with the issue of the community presence. Community action for change. I'm asking all of you to participate in this pillar. This pillar speaks to what you do as citizens, what you do as the church, what you do as pastors, what you do as students, what you do as the young people. This is a year of citizen action for change. Let us show the action. Let us take it a step further and champion change in our communities. We are all aware we have a responsibility to mobilize, to serve, to lead, to also educate, particularly educating others at a community level, to register to vote, to volunteer services, to recruit new members, donate them to the movement, donate to offer support, plant a tree. Change, change, change. Change has to come from you, the citizen. Let's do it. Let's not wait for another. We want to see that MPs, councillors, take the charge, lead the people. It's about community action for change. Let's join hands as communities to serve our country, to make our environment greener, cleaner, and safer. Fellow citizens, strong communities make strong nations. It's only when we make our community strong that we will have a strong nation. We have to do it. It starts with strong citizens. It starts with you championing the cause. Fellow citizens, let me go to the third pillar as I'm about to conclude, which is the action for an alternative government. We are going to make a particular emphasis on the alternative agenda that we have in policies, in programs. Gone are the days where we would just oppose for the sake of it. We are going to be launching a great Zimbabwe blueprint, which will include what we are going to experience when we have crossed to get to a free Zimbabwe, to a new Zimbabwe. That you will see. What is the policy in education for the farmers, agriculture? How are we going to make sure that students are not disadvantaged? How are we going to make sure that there's freedom? You have amenities, you have support. How are we going to make sure that we have all the support for the young people? Most young people right now are in the diaspora. We want them back to build our country, but it all starts with making sure that we have a blueprint that speaks to what we are offering. We have a viable alternative. Our new Great Zimbabwe vision and promise is an alternative in policies. What you are seeing and what we are going to launch is going to indicate to you that we have and we mean a good deal for the people of Zimbabwe. Fellow citizens, you will see what we mean when it comes to the energy plan, to the education plan. You will see what we mean when it comes to the agriculture plan. We are not going to be talking about Pfumbudza. We are going to be talking about serious things. Smart agriculture. Yes, that is the future. Not to talk about Stone Age tactics and Stone Age methods of farming in this day and age. Yes, precision agriculture. Yes, dealing with anti-corruption. I've told you how anti-corruption is going to be a big drive because corruption is one of the biggest problems we have to deal with. That is on the agenda for an alternative government. The fourth item, the pillar, is a pillar that speaks to an agenda for reforms. We need electoral reforms. We need constitutional reforms. We need political reforms. We are in a country where you find that we have serious problems, and we have identified just the critical 7 demands that we have, critical reforms that have to be deal breakers. Number 1, we demand that there is a respect of the right to vote. Most of the young people have not been able to register to vote because they don't have IDs. They must be registered in a country that has attained independence. Why is it that we still have people who cannot access their IDs? It's a travesty of justice. Smith did better than ourselves in giving our people identity and registration. That must stop. We must be able to deal with it. Number two, we need a credible voters' roll. I'm sure you have heard that the voters' roll has had almost other names being imported or some of the variations that have been put there. We need to make sure that the voters' roll is verifiable according to the Constitution and as is required. There must be the security of the polling material. We are not going to vote until we know who is printing what, where, how many ballot papers have been printed, by what company. That is going to be a key thing. No more cheating, no more rigging. This time we have to stop that shenanigans and those tomfoolery games that have been played. There must be a security of the vote and the voter. Dispute settlement mechanisms must be clear. You know that Mr. Tsvangirai, and may his soul rest in peace, Smarter has not been heard in the courts. It was almost 2002. That must not happen. We need issues to be resolved and resolved urgently. Transitional mechanisms have to be put in place. There must be a credible results management system. Not a system where we don't have results for 5 years and 5 days, results for 10 days, and they're still meticulously verifying, only to produce an election outcome that is disputable. We want media reforms. Not that we want to appear on ZBC or in the Herald, but let's be fair. If you are covering ZBC, if you are covering ZANU-PF, also cover us. If you cover Mr. Mnangagwa live at a rally, come to our rally. We provide you with drinks. That is what is supposed to be done. Fairness, freeness, access to the media. That is what elections are all about. Having a marketplace of ideas. But you know that our elections have bred disputed and contested outcomes for years. And that is what we must be able to deal with. The consequences of an illegitimate government, you have all seen them. It has been difficult for us to be accepted among the family of nations. We have been treated as a banana republic. Why? Because our state is contested. Why? Because our elections are illegitimate and are producing illegitimate outcomes. So Agenda 2022 is about pushing to achieve the democratic reforms, the electoral reforms that we would want to see, and to remove all those deficits and deficiencies that we have seen that are affecting our elections. Fellow citizens, let me go to the last pillar, which is the global action for change. Solidarity is very important. We are going to be going to the various capitals of our African continent, the region, SADC, to seek and organize for change, to also seek the solidarity of the region in mobilizing for change in Zimbabwe. We need the solidarity of all progressive forces across the world to continue to stand with us as we fight for change, as we fight for free and fair elections, as we fight for a happy life. And ultimately, our goal is to win 6 million votes in 2023. Yes, we are going to win. 2/3 majority in parliament. We need lawmakers. We are going to clean sweep in the local authorities, in the towns and cities. We are going to have a majority in the rural district councils. This is a citizens' movement. We are going to make sure that we remain at the center of what has to be done and what you as citizens are supposed to do to achieve the change we would want to see. The millions out there continue to remain very focused. But let me make this call once more, that the diaspora support and the foreign support and global support is not going to be useful for us if we have not mobilized our people, if we have not mobilized to register to vote, if we have not mobilized in our own different circumstances to register to vote. I know a lot of you will be saying, but Mr. Chamisa, the elections are rigged. Let me tell you this thing. Once you vote in your millions, nobody can defeat a high margin. Let's go and have a wide margin. Let's defeat darkness by a significant and emphatic victory. That way, they will not be able to resist the tide and the will of the people. Fellow citizens, let me conclude by saying It is common cause that as we go forward, we need to remain united as a people, at family level, at community level. Let's mobilize. Let's do what has to be done. Let's bring everyone together. It's no longer about this party or that party. We have to get all of us to come together and play our part. We need to do what has to be done. We need to make sure we mobilize for change. We need to make sure that we are at the center as citizens. We need to make sure that at a time where we have suffered from this authoritarian clampdown, we have to come together and be united and unite our country for change. Fellow citizens, I come to you as I have already launched the 5 pillars that are important for our change in this country. I'm sure you agree with me that if we get ourselves back to the center in policy making, in law making, as we get our army back to the citizens, our police back to the citizens, our courts back to the citizens, the law back to the citizens, and of course our politics back to you, the citizens. Once we are able to get policies and policy making back to you, the citizens, and parliament and parliamentarians back to you, the citizens, then we know when our leaders are back to the citizens that we'll be able to make change happen in this country. Fellow citizens, in the next few months, we'll be rolling out what we call the Citizen Charter. We'll be building the transformation team. We'll come to you. We are inviting all of you. This is for you. We are building the new. This is a great Zimbabwe. Please be part of this great change. Be part of this yellow movement. 10 yellow, 10 gold, 10 great. Be part of the sunshine movement. This is my ask. This is my task to you, the citizen. Introduce the new. Be the new. Do the new. Accept the new. Spread the new. Build the new. Deliver the new. And be the champions of change. Be a citizen champion. Be a transformation champion. Be that champion who is able to bring change. Welcome to the new. God is in it. God bless you. God bless Zimbabwe. God bless Africa. I thank you, fellow citizens. This is a great year, a citizen action for change. We have to do our best to act for our country, for change and transformation. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Zimbabweans. Thank you for each and every single viewer who is joining us live right now. This is www.checkmate.tv. We do thank you so much for the support and your continuous viewership that you've been giving us live right here. We are checkmate.tv, and please just allow me to take this few minutes to just have a conversation with you, all our viewers who are watching us world over. We are checkmate.tv, and we have just sent a message straight up on your screen there as we are kindly asking for your donations. You know that there's a lot that goes on as far as our broadcasts are concerned. We do get to go through a lot to make sure that we continuously sustain and give you pertinent information as far as Zimbabwe discourse is concerned. And here we are today. We are coming back to you, citizens, various viewers who are watching us live. As we are seeking your donations, you can give us a tip. Please kindly give us a donation, contribute towards our cause, towards our expenses, and also more importantly, to continuously make sure that we continue to give you high quality broadcasts, uninterrupted broadcasts, as well as in and around our area. Of course, you already know that we are going to be giving you live broadcasts around this nation. Just this Saturday, we are going to be giving you live broadcasts of the CCC rally that's going to be going on in Marondera. And just after Marondera on Sunday, we are also going to be giving you a live broadcast from Bedbridge. Come Monday, we are going to be in Cholocho as well, and Tuesday we are going to be giving another live broadcast from Dinga. All these broadcasts, they demand a lot of resources from us, so the best that we can do is to come back to you, citizens, to say please help us, please do contribute towards our cause. We have given you our cause, we have given you various links. You can as well check on the comment section. We have given you a link if you're going to be donating, or if you're going to be making any contribution towards us via the GoFundMe or any online Visa card. We have given you a link to fund us or to donate towards our cause there. If you're also going to be using PayPal, we've given you a PayPal address to also make a donation. If you're watching us live from anywhere in Zimbabwe, we've given you an Echo Cash and a One Money number so that you can as well donate with us. We are still live for the next few seconds. Hopefully we can just have this quick conversation with you, to all our various viewers who are watching us live right here. So these are the forms or modes of donations that you can contribute towards to us. We do thank you, and we will greatly appreciate each and any kind of donation that you can come forward to us. So we'll greatly appreciate. We've given you the number there, we've given you the account, we've given you also the links in the comment section. So please go ahead and do support us, help us to help you, help us to make sure that we continuously connect you. We've got a lot that's coming through, like I've just told you. Day after tomorrow, Saturday, we are up live in Marondera, and then the next Sunday we are going to be giving you another podcast as well of the CCC rally that's going to be happening from Bedbridge. And then come Tuesday we have another one from Cholocho, and then we also have another one after that from Binga on the upcoming Wednesday. So it's going to be a very hectic and busy moment for us. But all these broadcasts, they take a lot of resources from us. So we would come back, and we are asking all of our viewers to please kindly donate to us in any way that you can. We've given you the links there. The Echo Cash number, the Echo Cash mission number is 63599, is displayed in the comment section as well. The One Money number you can use is 0717 005 848, 0717 005 848. If you're going to be making any foreign currency donation, we've given you a link there. That's a Go Rally app donation link that we've given you there. Or as well, you can send us a PayPal payment via techmactv@gmail.com. So yeah, this is all we have to say to you guys. We have got another broadcast that's coming up in the next few minutes, but we do thank you, and we do very much value your support. To all our viewers who are watching us live, we thank you so much, and we thank you for the support that you've continuously given unto us. Otherwise, for now, and all the crew behind the scenes, we do thank you and appreciate you. It is a wrap from me and everybody behind the scenes. We'll see you soon. Let's meet once more again in Marondera. Let's meet in Bedbridge. Let's meet again in Cholocho, and also, of course, in Binga as we do our final rallies there. So thank you so much, and please do find time to donate towards this cause so that you help us to continuously keep you guys online. So we do thank you so much. It's a wrap from me and everybody else. Like I've already said, the donation links are there on the page, on the links, so that you can all see them. So thank you very much, citizens. Thank you so much to all Zimbabweans. Please go ahead and donate towards this cause. We can only do so much if you work with us as well. So thank you.